7 signs that tell you when it's time to move on. Is there anything in this world that can make you feel as good as you feel having a laugh with a dear friend, a loved one, or even a stranger? Money, power, success, and wealth mean almost nothing when you have no one to share them with, does it? What a splendid news that is. Not all of us can be rich or powerful in the materialistic sense of these words. However, we can all have amazing relationships, and that is the ultimate happiness in life. Anything else it is just a bonus. Do you agree? If you are surrounded by people you love, and love you back, you can be living in a shack, surviving on bread and salt and you are happy. On the other hand, living in a mansion, having plenty of money and food, if you are alone or surrounded by people that don't care about you, and don't love you, you are unhappy. Gather in your tribe those people that love, appreciate and accept you as you are. It is the first, easiest and the most important step for a happy and fulfilled life. As building great relationships can make you happy, staying in unhealthy ones can cause you pain, grief, and steal your happiness and freedom. Here are 7 signs that tell you when it's the time to move on, to get out of a relationship. Number 1. You feel you are the only one putting love, attention and time in the relationship. Any relationship is a two-way street. You give something, you receive something else in return. If you are the only one giving, and giving, and giving and never receiving anything, you are alone in that relationships. Your attention, time, love and energy are wasted on something that doesn't exist. Why? Because a relationship by definition, needs at least 2 parties to be involved. Number 2. Your voice is too rarely heard, and your opinions and views are not taken into consideration. We humans are a social creature. We love to get involved, to share, to collaborate, to be useful. Not just that we love those things, but we need them too. Therefore, if you feel left out, put aside, used not useful, maybe it is time to move on. There are 7 billion people on this planet, and if you don't get along too well with one of them, there are plenty more to choose. Number 3. You are exhausted because the relationship feels more like a war zone than a place of comfort. Some relationships are worth saving. Therefore, do your best to make it work. But if your best is not enough, maybe it is time to move on, and don't blame yourself for it. It is not your fault and maybe not the other person either. It could be that the chemistry between the two of you is not compatible. Remember that 2 amazing and beautiful individuals don't always form an amazing and beautiful relationship. However, you both deserve to live in peace and harmony. You deserve stability, comfort, safety and protection. Number 4. You are not accepted as you are. We strive to be perfect when we don't feel loved. When you feel loved, you feel accepted too. You know that your imperfections, mistakes, and shortcomings are tolerated, because, you see, love makes us blind and with good reason. No one is perfect. You are born to like and appreciate who you are, and who you can become. You want to improve and better yourself every day, don't you? You are already pushing yourself to grow and evolve, and because of it, it can be painful when someone that you love is bullying you into changing. Especially, changing into somebody that you are not, nor want to be. If you are not liked and accepted today as you are, most probably, you will not be tomorrow either, no matter what you do. The person asking you to change will find another thing and then another thing to reproach you. If someone is nagging you every day about a tiny thing you do, and has nothing positive to praise you for, it means that the person doesn't see you. Number 5. Staying feels like a compromise. Sometimes you might feel that it is better to stay in an unhappy relationship, rather than being alone. However, the longer you wait, the more miserable you and the other person feel. Build up your self-esteem and self-confidence. You deserve better than making compromises out of fear of starting over or being alone. Set your standards and expectations from every relationship you have, romantic or otherwise, and accept nothing less and offer in return nothing less. Number 6. You are drowning into fulfilling the other person's needs. Altruism gives us one of the highest pleasure in life, until you drown in attending only other people's needs with total disregard and consideration for yours. As I've said, a relationship is a two-way street. It is like a well-synchronized dance. Listen, it might happen that the other person is not asking, nor is expecting you to forget about yourself. It might happen that you are doing it voluntarily out of fear, guilt, or the way you've been brought up. If that is the case, change your behavior, put yourself first sometimes, see what happens and then decide. Are you happy to stay, or is it time to move on? Number 7. The other person doesn't validate your dissatisfaction about how things are going between the two of you. Why are you unhappy? I'm very happy. I don't know what more you want. Everything is just fine. When a partnership is not going well, doesn't mean it is not going well for both parties. The person who gets more out of the relationship will say I'm happy, we have no problem or issues. They will resist any change, or even attempts to talk things through, because that might lead to destabilizing the status quo. I'm perfectly happy and content. Make yourself heard, listened and understood. Your happiness and well-being are as important as are for the other person. Now I want you to know that when a relationship is ending, no matter who is leaving, it can feel like a failure because you don't enter into it with the thought that, at some point in time you will exit. Therefore, allow yourself to grieve, to be sad, to mourn, because no matter on which side you are losing something too. If nothing else, you are losing a dream. Are you in a bad relationship? Are you ready to move on? Please leave a comment below. Thanks for watching.